So it's kind of a miracle because all my kids are sleeping right now, so we can do a video during the daytime. And it is Sunday, so I thought we could go into Planet 316 Story Bible to talk about Jonah and the big fish, because that's what we learned about at church today. So I'll just give you a little bit of an overview. Here we go. One day, God told a prophet named Jonah to go to the city of Nineveh. The people of Nineveh were making trouble and doing bad things. God wanted Jonah to warn them that if they did not stop, he would destroy their city. But Jonah didn't want to go to Nineveh. Instead, he ran away and found a ship that was sailing to the far city. God sent a great storm that tossed the ship around. The sailors were very afraid. They began throwing things overboard to lighten the load. Jonah was sleeping below the deck. The captain asked, "Why are you sleeping? Wake up and pray to your God. Maybe he will save us." That's the picture. My kids got this book for Christmas from their grandma. The men said to Jonah, "What have you done? Why are we in this terrible storm?" Jonah replied, "I have run away from God. Pick me up and toss me overboard. It's my fault the storm has come." As soon as the men threw Jonah into the sea, the storm stopped. Jonah sank deeper and deeper into the water. Then God sent a huge fish that swallowed him up. Jonah was trapped in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Inside the fish, Jonah prayed to God. He thanked God for saving him and promised to obey God in the future. That's a picture of them throwing him over. And then he's praying to God in the belly of the whale. God heard Jonah's prayer and told the fish to spit Jonah out into the dry land. Then God said, "Get up and go into the city of Nineveh. Tell them to stop their evil ways." This time, Jonah did exactly what God said. He went to Nineveh. He told the people to stop being evil. The people of Nineveh listened to Jonah, and they stopped hurting each other. They stopped doing bad things. God saw they had changed. He saw they were sorry, and he did not punish them. That's the whale spitting out Jonah. He's flying out with fish carcasses. That's it. So, at church today we were saying that the message of that is he didn't want to listen to God, and he wanted to go away from God and not do that. And God will find you, and he's always there because he's always seeking after you. And he provided Jonah a fish, and he could have provided him nothing at all. But even in his sin, he provided him something that he can have to save his life. It wasn't a boat. It wasn't a yacht. It was a giant fish that he got swallowed in. And, yeah. So, somehow they tied that into, it's not about Jonah. It's not about ourselves. It's about God's people, and it's about them, and it's about other people. And so what Jonah needed to do is not just think about himself and do whatever is on his agenda, is actually do what God had called him to do. And yeah, and we live in a society today that's about me, 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 me. Selfie, selfie, look at me, selfie. And it's really about not you. It's about Jesus. So that's my video today. And I also have The Confident Woman. I haven't read this in like 3 months. So, well, actually January 17th. So let's go forward. to February, and we are on the 24th. Determination. And then at the top, she has a scripture, and in the middle, she has her little notes, and then at the bottom, she has a little prayer. So I do recommend this devotional. I know it says it's for women, but it's for anyone. Well, mostly anyone. I mean, sometimes she like calls out women to be this way and that way, but you know, it's for like anyone. Persecution, suffering, I endured, but out of them all the Lord delivered me. Indeed, all who delight in piety are determined to live a devoted and godly life in Jesus Christ will meet with persecution, will be made to suffer because of their religious stand. 2 Timothy 3:11 through 12. In the beginning of my ministry, I had a dream that I was driving my car and approaching a flooded bridge. I stopped, looking at first the water-covered bridge back where I had been and to the side of the road, trying to decide if I should park, retreat, or keep moving forward. Then I woke up. God used that dream to show me that there will always be opposition when pressing towards a goal. There will always be opportunity to park and go no farther or turn around and give up. It was up to me to decide each time if I would give up or go on. That dream has helped me many times to press on when difficulties came and when I was tempted to quit. I have decided that even though I don't always do everything right, I will never quit. Determination will get you a lot farther than talent. So if you feel you lack in talent, take heart. All you need to win in life is more determination than anyone else you know. And here's the prayer. Lord, today may have its challenges, but I am determined to press on following your will. By your grace, I will go the distance and never quit. Amen. And yeah, I really need to be reading this every day. It's really, really good. And I have been reading Jesus Calling, and the last 2 days have been about self-pity. And we're saying, like, when you are approaching that pit of self-pity, don't even go near the edge, because the edge will crumble and fall, and you'll fall into a pit of self-pity. And that's exactly the pit that I go into a lot of the time. I don't know if it's just because of me it being winter and, like, not being very happy about that. And my weight and stuff, but you know what, I think I'm going to do something about my weight, and I think I'm going to stand up against animal cruelty and be a vegan. So, more on that later, but I watched a video of the egg industry is promoting, like, I know you never think about this, but do you ever think about where all of the male chickens go, like the roosters? Where do they go? In the massive farm institute. They go inside of a grinder with the shells. Like, the chicks are on this like conveyor belt of like all these, like all the eggs are in this belt, and then they hatch open like in the box, and it's really sad. And then they are on a conveyor belt once they hatch open, and then they do this really painful determination if it's a boy or a girl. And if it's a boy, they toss them into like a garbage thing, and then they take the whole garbage thing and toss it onto another conveyor belt, and then like literally, like, I think millions of male chickens die. They get ground up.
Oh no.
That's my husband. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. And
grinding him up. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want to close my eyes to it anymore. I want to have a stand, and I don't want to support that anymore. So anyway,
I
that's my
agree
video.
with you, Mommy. And you know what? That's why we bought our own chickens.
Yeah, we have our own eggs.
And we
our
treat
own
them pretty
chickens,
well,
so.
too. You know, we feed them our table scraps and give them good oats and grains and water. And then we free range them. We got probably one of the biggest areas that's fenced in this area. I mean, it's about a quarter of an acre that they get to run around in and get all the bugs, clear our yard of that. So, pretty cool. Yay!
They're only producing 1 egg right now, but in the summertime they produce like 7 eggs a day. That's okay. But your dollar is your voice, and when you put your dollars into the massive farming industry and you're killing millions and millions of tiny little male chicks that are peep, 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 ground. You can look at it on YouTube. It's on YouTube. And I know a lot of people like to close their eyes about it, and I've closed my eyes about it for like 5 years, so this is a long video. So I will see you next time.